Well, hello ladies and gents, and welcome back. My name is Lucy and I am your port shopping guide, and I am extremely excited because here I am standing with a very good friend of mine.
Thank you.
And might I say a bit of a legend down here in the jewelry industry in the Caribbean. Ken, welcome aboard the Allure of the Seas.
Thank you, so great to be here. I'm so glad to see you.
Absolutely, and do you know what, guys? Ken, we are so privileged to have Ken Cruz with us because, like I said, Ken is a legend down here because Ken is actually one of the owners of Korite Ammolite. Now, returning cruisers may be familiar with Korite Ammolite. It's this beautiful gemstone that's mined in Alberta, Canada. But Ken, why don't you give our guests, those of us who don't know so much about it, tell us about what Ammolite is.
Well, you know, Korite Ammolite is truly one of the most rare, precious, and exotic gemstones in the entire world. And what makes this so rare is that the deposit, which goes from all the way from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, all the way to Texas, only 2.5 square miles, is the only place on Earth that you find the newest and most rare precious gemstone, Korite Ammolite.
Wow, that's amazing that just such a small deposit in such a massive stretch of land.
Well, you know, many scientists have studied this, including the Discovery Channel has done a 1-hour documentary. They called us the sleeping beauty of the gem world. And we know what happened, but we don't know why. So this truly is a generational stone, so found, discovered, mined, and exhausted probably in one generation. And it was by accident that we ended up here in this incredible duty-free market of the Caribbean.
Well, I was going to ask you that. This gemstone from Alberta, Canada. Of course, we have a lot of Canadians cruising this week. And here we are in the Caribbean. You're cruising on the Allure of the Seas to go and visit retailers down here that you have been working with for years now.
17 years of galleries and boutiques throughout the Caribbean, one of the most sought-after gemstones in the world, and really the single biggest, best place to own Ammolite is here in the Caribbean. You know, in Canada, they think that healthcare is free. Well, we pay for it through duties and taxes.
Absolutely.
And so believe it or not, even for all the Canadians that are traveling with us, you can own Ammolite more affordably in St. Thomas or St. Martin than you can 2 blocks from my office in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Wow, that's amazing. But you know what, Ken, when we cruise in the Caribbean, everybody who's watching knows, when we get to these ports of call and you get off and you walk down the streets, you see so many incredible jewelry stores. There are so many options out there, diamonds, tanzanite, there's so much. But something that really makes Ammolite, Korite Ammolite stick out is that it is so unique. This is a gemstone that has all the colors of the rainbow all in one stone. You
know, the colors in Ammolite are more natural and vibrant than any other gemstone in the world. And really what's so exciting is that buying Ammolite is like buying art. You buy with your eyes. Everything that you see that's beautiful about Ammolite is you can see. So I would recommend that if you find a piece that you love, that's the piece for you.
Yeah. And I always say that because you will not see the same piece again. This is not mass-produced jewelry. In fact, out of these, you know, in Alberta, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, every year you mine the equivalent of, let's say, 2 football fields worth of land.
Right.
And out of those 2 football fields worth of land, you produce 1 shoebox of top quality
But a box
Ammolite.
about this big, by about that high, that's the world's supply of the very best Ammolite in the world.
That's incredible. So if you do see a piece of it, you love the color combinations, then really that is the piece that you should go for.
You know, that's so true. And what we love about the cruise ships and the cruise ship market is that you're educating and making people aware of things that they might not be aware of. And most people maybe have never heard of Korite Ammolite because it is so rare. We are never going to be something mainstream. Everything that we produce in a year is completely exhausted in that year. So we've teamed up with our #1 partner, Diamonds International, who of course are an exceptional company. Lifetime guarantee on everything that you purchase. And this year, we're doing something pretty exciting.
Okay.
We actually are giving away a free Ammolite pendant valued at over $200. Wait till you see this. This is not you're going to say this is too good to be true. But it's the number, it's a beautiful pendant valued at over $200 with any purchase of Korite Ammolite.
Gorgeous. So you could get yourself a beautiful pair of earrings and you would get the beautiful necklace for free.
Absolutely. Now let me just tell you about your pendant. Now your pendant is very, very famous and fabulous.
Yes, because I'm wearing it.
Because you are wearing it. And you know, it's quite interesting because the most famous person, other than yourself, that wears this is none other than, you know, your patriot, Helen Mirren.
Of course.
We designed this for her when she walked the red carpet for her role in The Queen, Emmy, Oscar, and Golden Globe. We make less than 60 of these a year. It's the single most sought after piece in our collection. It's less than 1% of what we produce. It's the very best to the best.
So this is the Grand Solar.
Right.
Now, I have to say, Helen Mirren, she could probably wear any piece of jewelry in the entire world. She's
Very
Helen
true.
Mirren.
She's Helen Mirren.
And this is what she wanted to wear.
Well, you know, I think that all ladies have one thing in common. They're just tired of owning and wearing the same thing that everybody else is.
Yes.
And we really are that something very different. Even if you bought 2 of these and all 60 of them that we produce in a year, every one would be one-of-a-kind original pieces of art created by Mother Nature.
And you would be walking into a room and the chances are pretty high that you would be the only person in that room wearing it. And you know, I always say when I talk about jewelry, we love to be complimented.
Right.
Us girls, we love it. There's nothing better than somebody coming over to us and saying, excuse me, what is it that you're wearing? I love that. I love that dress. I love that ring. We love it. It feels good. And that is the wow factor that you get when you wear Korite Ammolite.
No question.
Actually call this my excuse me jewelry.
Right.
Because people come over to me, and of course when I'm here at sea and I wear this piece of jewelry a lot, you know, people come over and they stop me and say, excuse me, Lucy, what is that? It's so different. And also it's different because the colors shift. In this one stone, there's reds and blues and greens, and I'll be standing like this and it'll look red, and then I'll move and then it looks blue. It's incredible. It is so unique, and it is a precious gemstone.
The last precious gemstone to be given gemstone status back in 1981. So my beautiful wife of 22 years, we actually are traveling on vacation, and the only reason that I'm doing this is because we've been good friends for a long time.
I know. I feel like I owe you an apology. Poor Ken is here on vacation, folks,
and I've dragged him
here.
Yeah,
I've dragged him here to take advantage of him being there, because really, when you're here, it is an honor to have you here.
Well, thank you.
And also, I hope that you brought some, you know, some good luck for our guests and maybe some big savings with you.
Well, you know, first of all, I got to tell you that between buying in the Caribbean versus buying in Calgary, the Solara, the Grand Solara, there's almost a $10,000 savings. I know that number sounds almost too good to be true.
That's a huge number.
Right. So, I mean, duties and taxes are such an opportunity, especially as a Canadian company, one of the biggest selections in the world. I have willingly agreed to spend my day in our gallery in St. Thomas, just especially for the Allure guests.
Okay.
I am on vacation with my beautiful wife. I think she's going to the beach that day.
I think probably.
But I am excited to meet and talk to the people that get to wear our jewelry. And it's been a passion of mine for over 25 years. I cruise very, very rarely, so it's really a great honor to meet all the people that do wear our jewelry. And of course, you know, you and I have known each other a long time, which is why I'm here. I came to hang out with you.
And you know, you just mentioned something which is interesting. There are people who are cruising today that do own Ammolite. They bought Korite Ammolite from St. Thomas or St. Martin years ago, and they've definitely seen the value go up on this gemstone.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because we talked about that. So first of all, 180% in the last 12 years, Ammolite has increased in value.
Wow.
Ammolite, as of about a month ago, has gone up an additional 10%.
Gosh.
Now, listen, I believe that you buy Ammolite or any jewelry because you love it, it speaks to you, but there is a cost factor. So my ring, very best quality, $6,000. If I went to Black Opal and said give me the same quality in Black Opal, it would be $25,000.
Right.
Ammolite is 100 times more rare than Black Opal.
Yeah.
But here's the great thing, is we've designed collections here in the Caribbean that started as little as under $400, a free gift with purchase, $200 pendant, and because I'm traveling with you and I'm only doing this for all of Lucy's guests, and I really mean this sincerely, I have a corporate checkbook.
Now we're talking.
Now we're going to talk, because we're going to have some fun. And I think it's only going to be in St. Thomas. I think I'm going to be at the beach in St. Martin, if you don't mind. $100 off any piece that you purchase.
Really?
So how about a $200 pendant at no charge, $100 off, and probably the biggest selection in the world. This is fun. I mean, we're going to have some fun.
This is a fantastic opportunity for the ladies watching and the gents, because as you can see, there is a beautiful men's collection of Korite Ammolite. I always say how difficult it is for men to find good jewelry. I have men coming over to me every cruise saying, Lucy, if I hear another thing about diamonds and tanzanite and Ammolite, what about me? And you're the first. You know, I always refer any guys to Korite Ammolite.
Yeah, you know, we've designed jewelry for men all over the world. Probably the most famous might be Howie Mandel. You know, we've got a piece that we've done especially for him, but men have a tough time with jewelry because we don't have a big selection. So, you know, in a Korite Ammolite, There's a great selection of men's jewelry, and I think we'll find something for everybody on this cruise this week.
I think so too. I know that you've cruised with me once before, and we had an extremely exciting week.
So much fun.
We had guests who saved a phenomenal amount of money, but more importantly, found something that was so special. The perfect keepsake from the Caribbean. It's different, it's unique, and you know what? You also have an opportunity to even see ammonites.
Yeah, well, you know, the 70-million-year-old ammonites that are where Ammolite is from are normally featured in the likes of the American Museum of Natural History. You know, I knew that I was doing something right when they did a $180 million renovation to the Grand Gallery in New York. That's where they filmed the night of the museum. And they chose 2 things to be on permanent exhibition. And one of them was the Korite Ammonite. So, you know, between the Discovery Channel calling us the Sleeping Beauty of the Gem World and this great honor at the American Museum of Natural History,
you're doing something right.
Well, you know, Mother Nature did something right. We consider ourselves the guardian, you know, and the keepers of this great treasure of Mother Nature. But in the world, it's going to be a blip. It's really, I mean, the biggest challenge we have is production. My children at my age probably won't be in this business. 1/3 of the entire deposit is exhausted. I know that sounds like marketing and salesmanship. It's really not, because the interesting thing is we sell everything that we can produce. You know, so we're just excited to be here. You know, what a great ship. The Allure of the Seas. It's my favorite ship in the whole world. And I love being here with you and all of your guests.
So I appreciate that you are on vacation, so I know I can't steal too much of your time, but will you promise me one thing? Will you please make sure that you come along to my Diamond and Gemstone seminar this cruise?
Sure.
My Diamond and Gemstone seminar is actually my favorite seminar that I have all cruised on, because I really think, and I know that you've sat through many Diamond and Gemstone seminars, it's really the most valuable presentation that we have, because it's information we give you that you can use this week, next week, whenever you cruise for the rest of your lives. And of course, Korite Ammolite is something that I speak in length about.
Thank you.
And having you there would be a great honor, and you know, then our guests will be able to ask you any questions.
Well, you know what, all I was going to say is the one thing that really convinced me to work with the cruise lines, particularly Royal Caribbean, is the Diamond and Gemstone seminar. And you've been doing this a long time, and you are really one of the world's experts in all of the diamonds and gemstones. But I think that knowledge is power. And I highly recommend it. It's not just for the ladies, really. It is for the gentlemen. Because we know, as a man that's been married for 22 years, we know that we're going to buy nice things for our loved ones. We just don't want to pay more than we have to, if you don't mind me saying that.
No, it's okay. I can help you with that.
So duty-free, you know, shopping here in the Caribbean, and all the tips and tricks. I mean, I learned a lot of my diamond information from you.
Oh, there we go.
And
so you might learn a thing or two if you come along.
You never know, right? And I think that a lot of people that attend this, for that 30 minutes or 40 minutes, it's information that you'll have a lifetime.
Yeah.
So I would recommend it completely, and of course I'd be happy to be there.
Thank you, Ken. So,
my pleasure.
Ladies and gents, you are going to see, of course, myself, Lucy, all around the ship this cruise. I'm going to be having the port shopping talk. That's the big one. That's going to be on Tuesday. It's going to be held in the Amber Theatre. The Amber Theatre is on deck 4. It's all the way at the front of the ship, and it's going to be at 12 noon. It's going to be busy though, so you want to get there early. We're going to open the doors at 11:30. And then the same day, Tuesday, because of course we arrive in St. Thomas on Wednesday, so it's all go, go, go.
You know what, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, I brought you a surprise. I didn't even tell you this before we did this. I mean, I really haven't had much time to prepare for us being on camera.
Right.
But I've actually brought a pendant to raffle off at your the shopping talk.
Yeah.
And one pendant to raffle off
at my diamond seminar
at the Diamonds and Gemstones seminar. So imagine, over $200 value, beautiful Ammolite pendant just for coming along.
Fantastic. So guys, that's another reason why you need to be there. We'll raffle it away at the port shopping talk, and then the diamond seminar the same day, Tuesday. It's going to be at 3:30 in the On Air Club. Now the On Air Club is right next door to Starbucks on deck 5, okay? A much smaller venue than the theatre, so my recommendation to you is to get in there and to get a seat in the On Air Club. You want to be there at least 30 minutes early. Get there by 3 o'clock. Come on in, and it's lots of fun and really informative. And Ken is going to be there, and of course we're going to raffle away another piece of Korite Ammolite. So don't miss it. And then in St. Thomas, you will be there in downtown St. Thomas on the main shopping street in Diamonds International.
St. Thomas is where it all started for us many years ago. I'd never been to St. Thomas in my life. Now we have this absolutely beautiful gallery. You know, there's more Ammolite in St. Thomas in this beautiful gallery than there is in my office in Calgary.
Yeah.
So it's an incredible collection and selection.
Yeah, you'll be spoilt for choice.
You really will. That's a great way of putting it.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
you will be there.
I will personally be there. My wife, I promised her, I said, listen, I knew that you were on board. Obviously, that's why I'm here. So she's off to, I think, St. John's, and then back to do some shopping. So I'm going to spend the day in St. Thomas in our gallery.
Perfect. Well, it works well for us, folks. Make sure you take advantage of having Ken here. It really is an honor to have you here. I'm excited to hang out with you.
Me too. I know. I'm so excited.
I'm also excited for our guests because they have
fun.
some amazing savings coming their way. And like I said, guys, when you're shopping in the Caribbean, it's amazing to find that perfect piece to help you remember this vacation for the rest of your lives. And I have to say, every week, even when you're not here, I always tell our guests that Korite Ammolite is the perfect keepsake of the Caribbean.
Well, you know what? It really does show all the colors of the Caribbean, from the sunsets to the blue of the water, the greens of the jungles. I mean, it's really, and it's like buying art. So I promise you, the one thing if I could give you is just a piece of advice: when you find a piece and you fall in love with it, like, it's going to actually choose you. Yeah. Which is really an exciting moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So folks, stay tuned for more information on what's coming up this cruise. Ken, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
And guys, stay tuned for more information on the shopping.